This just came in today. This is video 2 for 2 Video Friday. A Remo CS Black Dot to put on my 16 by 18-inch head diameter floor time. Let's open it up. This was very dusty when it came. So I don't know how many of these they sell, unless it's for somebody who has maybe a Bonum Amber Vistalite kit. Here it is. You know what I notice? That Remo did away with that little, remember for a few years, for about a decade, they had that little sort of ship, you know, the ship turning wheel thingy that they sort of put under their logo for a while. Maybe it was like to say like, hey, when you tune a drum head or whatever. Anyway, they did away with that. So we're back to the non-ship wheel. I don't think this is one from the old days even before they changed it. Anyway, so here it is. This is an actual Remo CS Control Sound Black Dot head, the kind of which Bonum put on his Amber Vistalites. So I'm going to change it. So right now in real time, I'm going to be fast, get my Ludwig drum key, which is normally right on my floor tom. And I'm just going to, right as we speak, we're going to do this in real time. There's going to be no, so let's talk about stuff. Again, I just made my video about a manufacturer, a rep calling me back about, to discuss some of their products. It was pretty cool. I was at Starbucks and I kind of went feral on them, and I think I scared them off. But it was fun anyway. So what I'm doing now is I'm removing the Ludwig Silver Dot, which is Ludwig's version of a Black Dot. Or you could say Remo's Black Dot is this Remo's version of a Ludwig Silver Dot. You know what I will do though? I'm going to see if the dots are the same size. For some reason I can't help but think that at least on this 18-inch floor tom diameter, that the dot on the Ludwig might have a larger diameter. Okay, I do think that might be the case. So, I hope everything's good with everybody. I hope everybody on the East Coast is good with the low pressure bomb that's going off there. Apparently the gravitational pull of the supermoon had something to do with it. Snow and cold. I do know it's been freezing arse here for a couple weeks, man. My furnace, which you hear there, has been on in perpetuity to keep the house warm. And the older I get, man, I hate the cold. Oh, man, I do. I didn't used to really care about it so much, but now. All right, come on. Tick-tock, tick-tock. So, I hope everything else is good with everybody who might be watching. There are rumblings of possibly another Bonzoleum clinic that I might do. There's a fella I've been talking to, his name's Scott, God love him. Hopefully he doesn't have a freezer full of heads or a shed full of human lampshades, but talking about doing that's supposed to be funny, Scott, if you watch this video. A clinic possibly down in North Carolina somewhere, which would be nice, because that's also Ludwig headquarters down in that neck of the woods. I'd love to take a stroll through the Ludwig factory, as I'm sure all of us would. Yes. Anyway, so here we are. I'm almost done. I hate this portion. I normally do grab the rod by the side, because it is faster when you sort of get it from the side and go, but I just want to get that oil on my fingers right now. I'm not in the mood to get the oil, and I think we're here. All right, and that's it. So now, remember, this amber kit came with one of these Remo muffle thingies. I should have anticipated this. Let me just put that there. All right. So here it came with this on there. Of course, the muffle part wasn't there. These are actually a great idea. I mean, actually, sonically, for different purposes, they work. Not now, though. So here it is. The edge looks nice on my 16 by 18 Ludwig reissue Amber Vistalite. I think I'm going to swap those gaskets out to the white ones that RCI company makes reissue. Like they make the white, what are they, Mylar or whatever, gaskets you can put in to be truly bottom spec. Anyway, so here we go. So here it is. The Remo, oh wait, hang on, I didn't make this, the dot is big. The silver dot has a bigger diameter, at least on that 18, so I'm putting this baby on. And what I typically do on a drum, I'll put the logo of the drum where it faces me. I mean, more so for the snare drum, I guess. But on this, I'm just going to do it here just because I want to. or actually, I will say sometimes I'll align it, especially for the Zeppelin gig thing. I will align it with the badge. So in true authentic Bonhamville, I'll know if the badge is facing out if I'm doing a Ludwig tribute or a Zeppelin tribute show where you kind of want the badge to go out, because Bonham was very loyal to Ludwig that way. His floor tom badges always went out so you could see Ludwig, God love him. So I'm going to turn that, since my badge is facing that way. Put that right there. Now, real fast. I don't want to yap too much. I'm taking this and I'm putting it on. So just set that baby. So this is what I do, and a lot of people get really, in all seriousness here, I'm still trying to mask my excitability about the call. I mean, I'm still excited about it, as you can tell. So what I do now is you just finger with the, at the end of the rods, just thread them in. Right now, this is what you do. Don't go all the way. Just make sure they're threaded in, just a wee bit, so that you kind of get them just engaged in the thread. I gotta watch the time here too on this video. So I'm just getting them kind of in. Remember, I don't have my editing. YouTube did away with the editor, which I thought was a great editor, man. It was terrific. I really enjoyed it. All right, so real fast, what I'm doing is I now, with my fingers, am screwing in just the rods, so where they will get to the point where the washer will become, where the head, and here's the rod, and then this little thingy, and then the washer becomes flush, where it's kind of gets a little harder to turn, because now it's making solid contact with the flange of the hoop. So I'm getting that there, okay? So this is when you change a head. See, part of the thing about a head, putting a head on, people think it's like this. You have to think about it almost perfectly physically first, like just getting the head on evenly. Don't think of it like a drum head. Like you don't want the anxiety, like, oh my God, I gotta change my heads. I gotta get a good sound. What I'm doing now is with this head, and this is actually sort of a risky gambit I'm doing, because this is an 18 for one, and it's a Vistalite drum, and it's a CS black dot head. So sometimes even if I tune this thing up pretty good, it might kind of sound like shite. Well, meaning from what a lot of people might be used to hearing in a drum tuning video. They might be used to hearing like a wood shell, like ooh, listen to the timbre and the sustain and the tessitura or whatever the hell it is. All right, so what I'm doing here. So right now you can see, everybody, you'll do this. So right now they're getting to the point where I just can't turn them anymore. Touching the tippity top of the drum screw thingy. All right, so the weekend is here. I hope we all have a good weekend this weekend. Hopefully the storm will pull out of the East Coast by the time Friday night's here. Okay, so right now the drum head is finger tight, okay? Finger tight. So here it is, finger tight. It's finger, okay. So right now, it won't really make a good sound. It'll just go, whoa, watch. Okay? But, so what I want to do now, and I will typically do this on any drum, is what I said in other videos, and a lot of people put this in the drum tuning videos, you put your finger, or whatever, right in the middle, right? Now, from a certain angle under a light, you'll see the wrinkles going around. They look like little valleys going into the center. So just pick one. Okay, I'm picking this one at the 12 o'clock, my 12 o'clock, and turn it till that wrinkle just disappears. It's that easy. I hear that little, okay? Now, in an 8-lug drum, what you want to do is it's like a cross, okay? So I'm skipping one and then going to my 3 o'clock, pushing, turning, wrinkle gone. Hear that noise. Now I'm going to the 6 o'clock. Wrinkle gone. Now the 9 o'clock. Wrinkle gone, okay? Now I'm going to the 10:30, the 1:30, the 4:30, and the 7:30. So I'm going to start at the 10:30. Now there's not really a wrinkle there. Sometimes there will or won't. I'm just getting it to the point, at the very least, remember, the same tension, if you can kind of remember what you felt when you were doing the other 4. So I'm going over here. There's not really a wrinkle, but I'm going to turn. Now it's loose though, okay? I'm turning it to about the same tension. That's where some skill comes in, where you got to, from experience doing it, you get about the same tension feel. Now I'm at the 4:30, a little wrinkle there. Okay, now I'm going to the 7:30. All right, so I don't know how this sounds. As of now, I just did that via wrinkledom, okay? Let's listen to it. Please sound halfway decent. So everybody, that's how you tune. You know, because it's an 18, I got lucky that just right off the bat it sounds good like this. As time goes by, it'll detune a little because the head's going to stretch a little. Like what I really normally would do is I would get it to the point where it's at now. What I do is I'd press down really hard in the middle. Like, ugh. And then I'll hit it and it'll be kind of baggy again. And then I'll get rid of the wrinkles again. But because I'm so excited that it just sounds the way it does right now at this moment, I'm going to leave it as is. Here's the silver dot. Two representative I was just talking to at the X company. Forgive me for, if we were in person, me spitting all over your face. Love, Derek Gating. Alrighty, let's play some Zepp, baby. Disco Inferno. Alright. Oh, by the way, I wanted to do Boogie Nights. A drum cover of Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights, come on in. We are here to party. But my chord, again, is broken, blah, blah, blah. That chord's... Let's just play. God, I hope that sounds good on that end. Okay, so in all realness now, me playing on this has sort of the same effect of like I was saying when I push it down, because I am stretching it a little. Oh, wow, I think that just sounds great. I will say this, is that me sitting up higher, I feel like I've gained a certain amount of control over my bass drum I didn't have before, but lost a certain amount. And real fast, I gotta tell you, what I did is somebody had said, I'm going to get through this video very shortly. Forgive me for yapping, but I'm still have the buzz of talking to an industry person. Somebody who actually kind of knows really what they're talking about, and I could just yap and talk till I was out of breath, and they were like, all right, thanks, buddy, click. Where was I going with that, though? Oh, so sticks. Somebody had said, Terry, have you ever tried the Vic Firth Keith Moon model? And I remember those babies coming out last year, the year before. So I looked online, and believe it or not, thank God this person, whoever you are, if you watch this video, please put your name below. Because I checked out the specs, and by the grace of God, they're the exact specs I was looking for. Slightly thinner than a 5A, than a Vic Firth 5A. I think a 5A is, a Vic Firth is 0.565 inch. The Keith Moon are 0.560, which is good. And the length is just under 16, which is perfect. So I ordered like 10 pair. They better be good. Plus the bead and stuff look more like a 2A-ish. Well, or more like an old school drumstick. And they're hickory, which is nice. So I've been playing these Vic Firth 7As for a while because they had a thinner shaft and they weren't as long because my wrist got a little funky, which seems to be gone now. Knock on wood. Of course, these are my acrylic drums, and I don't have any wood drums handy. What's wood? All right, so here we go. But anyway, so I ordered those, so I think they'll be good. Because these are 15 and a half, which is too short for me now. It's too short, and they're just a little too thin. So I am sticking with my Vic Firths. I'm kind of a Vic Firth guy. I did send in paperwork to Vic Firth maybe to be an endorsee because I wouldn't, like I did say to Eric Peisty, like I said, I didn't want to necessarily endorse Peisty proper because I wouldn't be able to talk about other cymbals in my videos. I really want to be able to say if I find a good cymbal to be able to talk about, not like I'm beholden to anybody. So, But as far as sticks goes, it'd be kind of nice to be like a Vic, because I mean, I really do like Vic Firth sticks. Plus, too, it would give my Bonzoleum channel a little plug if they're like, you know, Terry, he does have a stick endorsement. Anyway, so we'll see how these Keith Moon models are. Room. Anyway, more videos on the way. Thank you for putting up with me in my 2-video Friday. Please have a good weekend. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I have more, once I get my shite worked out here, I'm going to have more Zepp drum covers. I'm going to remake, again, I've really tried to get serious about remaking all the lessons I've done over the years about Bonham stuff. But I just have to go through and kind of see what the lessons I made were about. So as you saw, I did the coolest John Bonham drum part in the world that I actually then called the greatest Bonham fill. I just made that. I did the Bonham sextuplet the other day. I did the Bonham quad. So I'm going to remake all those just with better sound, okay? So to my subscribers, thank you for liking my videos and watching my videos. You seem to get a lot out of it. I get more out of it. I do feel like it's almost like the reverse of like when the father says to the child or the parent, like, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. It's like I think I get more out of it than you do. Or at least I get a lot out of it. So have a good weekend. More videos on the way. Thank you.